We have a treat today. I'm Reverend Darlene Dunning, big treat. Darlene Dunning, the senior minister here, and a big, big treat. So is everybody ready?
Yeah.
You ready? It's like Thanksgiving early. We are so grateful that Patricia Watson is here. She's a practitioner, and I've known her for quite a few years. She teaches the practitioner classes online, and just is an incredible presence at the Sonoran Desert Center for Spiritual Living in Amado, Arizona, which is just south of Tucson. And then she also summers in Nova Scotia, so she's like imported from everywhere. So we're like on a journey, we're like on a staycation today, and knowing that Spirit is love and that I am loved by Spirit. And she's incredible. She'll also be facilitating during Bowls of Love. We're going to multitask after service today. Bowls of Love, we have wonderful results from visioning and our charts on the wall and our recent survey. And so just stepping up in our looking in 2015 and beyond. So we have Bowls of Love and all kinds of good things as well. What I know about Patricia Watson is that her heart is so incredibly full of love. And I trust and know that each and every one is having the same experience. So fasten your seatbelt and please welcome Patricia Watson.
All right, ready to rock and roll? Get up. I'm going to teach you this chant. It's I am love I am. I'm going to go through it once, and then you'll have an opportunity to join me. Okay? Ready? I am love I am. Oh, I am love I am. Oh, I am love I am. Oh, I am love I am. Dancing in the sky, melting in the stream. Dancing in the sky, melting in the stream. I am love I am. Oh, I am love I am. Oh, I am love I am. Oh, I am love I am. Dancing in the sky, melting in the stream. Dancing in the sky, melting in the stream. I am love I am. Oh, I am love I am. Oh, I am love I am. Oh, I am love I am. Dancing in the sky, melting in the stream. Dancing in the sky, melting in the stream. I am love I am. I am love I am. Does that make sense? I am love I am. Yeah. How many of you are love? Pure love. Unadulterated love. Love through and through. How's that working for you? Feels good, doesn't it? So, you know, this thing about thank God I am loved, I am truly loved by Spirit. I want to hear you say that loud and clear. Thank God I am loved by Spirit. I can hear you. Thank God. Let's take it up one more notch. I am loved by Spirit. You know, if we go through our day every single day with that in our mind, thank God I am loved by Spirit, nothing can go wrong. There are things that come into our lives that we don't necessarily want all the time, right? Yeah. But if I can say I am loved by God, thank God I am loved, then whatever comes into my space or whatever happens, I know I can move through. Because God is my source. There's a song by Tina Turner that says, "What's love got to do with it?" Love's got everything to do with it. I mean, really, love is described by Webster's Dictionary as a feeling of strong or confident affection for a person. Ernest Holmes, our founder, of course, defines love as self-givingness of the Spirit. Self-givingness of spirit. That in itself, self-givingness of spirit, the desire of life to express itself in terms of creation. Love is a cosmic force whose sweep is irresistible. We all know that God has a divine plan for our life, right? Yes. Right, yes. So how many of us are living our divine plan? See, that's the deal here. It's interesting that Spirit always has a divine plan for our lives, and yet there are times when we sort of, you're going down the road and there's a fork. You ever get to that point without the GPS? And you're not exactly sure which fork to take? Well, when we start to look at the fork, if we know that Spirit is our source, we don't have to really think about it. It's just sort of an automatic kind of thing. And so, God has that divine plan for our life as part of the co-creation process of life. We create our lives according to God's plan. So there are 3 points that I want to make here. 1 is the cosmic mind. 2 is the Creator, which is you, by the way, has a divine pattern laid out for your life. And 3 is when you believe. So the cosmic point here. We are all created in the image of Spirit. The cosmic creator, or the creation, is the idea. So if I conceive of my word as being the thing itself, there's always that desire, and it's already accomplished in my mind. We have the ability to use our minds. This is the creative power. Its nature is to act and just let it be. How simple is that? So what gets in the way? I'll tell you what gets in the way. I know that Spirit has this divine idea in mind for me, and then all of a sudden, there's all these little voices in the back. You go, well, can I really do that? Or what will people really think? Or is there something that somebody might say about me if I do that? So all that stuff goes on for us. And so, if I thank God that I am loved by Spirit, and I believe that this is the truth of my being, then there are things that I need to do in my life to live that truth. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I learned the hard way. Okay? There's a couple of smacks against the head for about 40 years until finally I woke up. But now what happens in my life is I get up in the morning, I do my meditation, my prayer. Somebody told me the other day, which was really funny, and I love it. She said, every time I do my meditation, at the end of meditation I say, this is the best day of my life. There is nothing else. This is the best day of my life. And if I can go through life like that and walk out the door with that feeling, I don't care what happens. Everything is cool. Right? Cool. So, I meditate. These are some things I like to do to keep me sort of on target. And I just want you to think about what are the things that you do also to help you move through and stay on course. So, I spend time with loved ones, and that is my beautiful partner, and also family and friends, you folks, my spiritual community. I go for walks. My meditation consists of not just sitting meditation, but I do walking meditation. I live in Nova Scotia, as Reverend Darlene said, and so I'm on the Atlantic Ocean. I live on the Atlantic River. I stand on my deck and look out at the river. I'll sit there and meditate. I'll get in my kayak and just be in the silence. I have my favorite rock at the beach, and I'll go and I'll walk to the end, and I'll sit on my rock, and I'll just look out at the ocean and go, yeah, baby. This is what life is all about. So there are things that we do in our lives that really take care of us and assist us as we move forward. I teach, as Reverend Darlene said, online. And welcome, Suzanne. Suzanne is coming in by Uvu this morning. Suzanne was one of my online students. Say hi to Suzanne, everybody. So I teach online. I'm teaching E Squared right now. I teach for my spiritual community. I'm involved with my spiritual community as a practitioner, holding high watch, doing strategic planning, you name it. The bottom line is, it's all about what we do in our lives that keep us on target. And the interesting thing is, all of the things about how we stay on target. So, there's this poem that I love by the French poet by the name of Guillaume Apollinaire. And it goes, "Come to the edge," he said. "We can't, we're afraid," they responded. "Come to the edge," he said. "We can't, we'll fall," they responded. "Come to the edge," he said. And so they came, and he pushed them, and they flew. We need to be willing to do that. Because, you know, there are times when you're really afraid, right? Oh, yeah. And as I've learned, fear is false evidence appearing real. Sometimes it ain't false. But the part about that is, what is it I need to do to be able to move through it? I'm going to share a dream with you I had when I was 5. When I was 5 years old, I used to have this reoccurring dream that I was watching myself in the audience performing on stage, and I was on stage watching myself in the audience. And I had it over and over and over again. And if I had the wherewithal at 5 to push through, that dream would have been a reality a lot sooner, because it's all about performance. It's all about singing. I love to sing, and I love touching people through song. But I kept getting these things like, "You can't do that. Why would you want to do that? You'll be a starving musician. You've got a child to raise. How can you go about doing that? What is wrong with you?" And I believe that stuff. How many of you ever done that? Yeah. Stop believing it. No, it's not your truth. Know what your truth really is. Your truth is whatever God has divided or designed for you in your life. It's not about other people's stuff. Because a lot of times people are afraid for you because they're afraid to do it themselves, right? Amen. Where did the amen come from? Yeah, baby. So it's about how do we move through this stuff so we don't get stuck. It's like that song. No, it's not a song. It's like the little engine that could, that I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I can do this. And if I can do this, so can you. I now surround myself with people who support me, not people who tear me apart. I don't need anybody like that in my life anymore. So it's people who really support me and pat me on my back and say, "Yes, Pat, it's great," or "Pat, you may want to rethink it." They're not saying stop. They're saying rethink how you're going through it so that you can move forward. So I think those are the critical things in our lives that we need to pay attention to. It means, truly, getting out of my way. The Spirit is our guide. We need to trust, we need to let go, and we need to let God. So it's turning within and asking Spirit to guide us, to support us, to move with us through this process. Because we know that we can do it. It's amazing. And the third point again, is when you believe.
Focus.
There is a song that we need to stay in focus. If I believe it, then I need to stay in focus. There's a song from The Wiz. Anybody heard of that play? It's a Broadway play. If you believe, it goes like this. I was gonna speak it, but I can't speak a song. Can't speak a song. So it goes like this. If you believe within your heart, you'll know that no one can change the path that you must go. Believe what you feel and know it's right, because the time will come around when you say it's yours. Believe there's a reason to be. Believe you can make time stand still. You know from the moment you try, if you believe, I know you will. So believe in yourself right from the start. Believe in that magic right there in your heart. Believe all these things not because I told you to, but believe in yourself as I believe in you. Real simple, right? Real simple. So it really is believing in ourselves so we can go forth. We can go forth stay in focus. The opportunity is here right now. It's knowing that you are a creative expression of spirit. It's knowing that God has got your back, honey. And all we need to do is continue to keep on trucking. There's a Nike saying, just do it. Let's do it. Let's just do it. Can you imagine if everyone in the world were living their truth? What this world would look like and feel like? Well, we can start here. Because it starts within us. And so the power behind that. So the thing is to have courage. And within the courage, I love this cartoon. I mean, she is just strutting, honey. You know, like, I don't care. There's nothing getting in my way. So the thing is to have the courage to move through situations where the outcome is for your best and highest good. And the other piece is to be empathetic, to have empathy. Because in having empathy, what that really means is, I love the hugs. There's a little kid here by the name of William. Yeah. He gives the best hugs. I'm taking him home, honey. He gives a hug that is just amazing. I came in yesterday, he put his arms around me, he laid his head on my shoulder, and he stayed there forever. And I'm going, yeah. So it's giving empathy, not only to others, but here's the key. We do so much for others sometimes, and we forget about us. We forget about ourselves. So it's empathy for others, it's empathy for ourselves and forgiving ourselves. And timing is everything. So if we look at it in terms of the timing, we know that God has got our back. So this week, I want to challenge you. This week, what's coming up? Mm-hmm. Let's see, Reverend D has 4 engagements for Thanksgiving. So she's going to wear these pants that... Really? So Thanksgiving, the whole concept around Thanksgiving is what? Eating. Well, that's a part of it. But I also love to think about what I am exceptionally grateful for and all of the things that we're grateful for. Webster's Dictionary defines Thanksgiving as a prayer that expresses thanks to God and the acting of giving thanks. It is a time to reflect and be thankful for all that you have. There's a gratitude calendar that we'll be giving you at the end of service today. It's tracking for 30 days what you are grateful for. And at the end of 30 days, it's amazing what comes up around that. So in affirming our gratefulness and thanksgiving, I'm going to ask you to repeat this affirmation with me. I am the creative expression of spirit.
The creative expression of spirit.
The law of mind is perfect.
The law of mind is perfect.
And the law is operating in my experience now.
And the law is operating in my experience now.
Thank God.
Thank God.
I am loved by spirit.
I am loved by spirit.
And you know it, honey. And so, again, going back to that song from The Wiz, when you believe, you know it's true. There is that cosmic law, that you live that cosmic law. When we believe, it is done. And truly, we are loved by spirit. Namaste. And so if you could join me in prayer for a moment. So just taking a moment to go into that silence. To just feel that love, that light of spirit. Knowing that there is that one power, that one presence, that one mind, that one being, that one that is God, that one that flows through everyone and everything, that one that is that magnificent presence in the world. And I know, and I claim that I am one with that magnificent presence, and I know everyone here, right now, is one. So it is so easy to say, thank God I am loved by God, because each one here is loved by spirit. Each one is that magnificent presence. Each one is God in action. Ah. So how grateful, how beautiful, how wonderful, how exciting it is to be able to say this and name it and know that it is the truth of each person here. That God has got our back. That spirit that flows through each one is that magnificent presence. It is God. It is all there is. There is nothing else. Ah, what joy it is to know this truth. And so I just release it. I just let it go. I just let it be. And know. And know that God is all there is. And so it is.
And so there is.
And as we go into the silence for a few moments, knowing that this is the truth of our